Free MLB picks. Here we go for action on Saturday, June 1st. Tony T, our MLB pick show here for Saturday's action. Features all 15 games. Before we get to them, just a couple things. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free MLB picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports, making it a great time to subscribe. And also, if you would support our channel, hit us with a like, a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Then visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing our top performers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to our long-term passes. Top performers over here like CJ Sturgeon for the year, Nick Lagarettos, Tim Irwin as well. Danny Dimes has been hot. Yours truly up there. Ramon hot the last 7 days. Tiffany up there. Latifa hitting the board. Ron Hahn monster day yesterday. Latifa, Ramon, Ben as well. Guys, find the latest print picks here. Center of the page. The tabs for our best bets are multi-packs and $15 premium packs. Remember, these plays are all profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit to your account for side credits. That is profit guaranteed. Not so in the long-term passes because they're sold already at a substantial discount. Here you'll find our pick ticker there with team versus team information. Promo code TonyT at checkout will save you 20% off. Find the link to our site in the description. Next level service for those big bankroll bettors is executive service. Now, if you bet $500 or more per game, this would be in your price range. We give you picks immediately throughout the betting cycle. And to ensure that you get the best numbers, ensure that you get the picks, and we also rate the plays. Call or text 323-607-0203. All right, let's get this one started. Pirates and Blue Jays MLB pick. This one here on Saturday. Mitch Keller will start for Pittsburgh. Keller has 11 starts in 2024 with an ERA 3.59, whip of 1.24. The right-hander striking out 20%, 6.5% with the walks. The ground ball is 39%, 0.8 home runs per 9 innings. You see Kikuchi is the starter for Toronto. Kikuchi in 11 starts in ERA 3.25, whip of 1.20. The lefty fans 24%, 5% with the walks. The ground balls come in 44%, 0.74 home runs per 9 innings. Toronto batting 241 against right-handed starters. Pittsburgh batting 203 against the American League, putting up 2.8 runs per game when this series started. The Blue Jays 81-61 in the under when favored by -110 or higher the past two seasons. Player will be Pittsburgh and Toronto under 8. Rays and Orioles MLB pick. Here we go for Saturday. Todd Bradley will start for Tampa Bay. Bradley in 4 starts on the year has an ERA 3.13, whip of 0.91. Right-hander strikes out 32%, 6.5% with the walks. The ground ball is 29%, 1.17 home runs per 9 innings. Kyle Bradish will get the start for Baltimore. Bradish has 5 starts in ERA 1.75, whip of 1.05. Righty fans 32%, 10.5% with the walks. The ground ball is 51%, no homers allowed. Tampa Bay in their past 7 games batting 187. The Orioles in their 24-day games are batting 269, putting up nearly 6 runs a game. As this series opened, they had won 9 of 12 against the division. Baltimore 41-23 the run line against the division the past 2 seasons with a plus 17 unit return. They are 14-7 to the run line, facing an AL team with a slugging percentage of 400 or worse this season. That's a plus 10.5 unit return. Play here Baltimore run line -1.5 runs plus 135. Tigers and White Sox MLB pick. This one here on Saturday. Reese Olson will start for Detroit. Olson has 10 starts in the ERA 1.92, whip of 1.05. The right-hander has 20% strikeouts, 8.5% walks. The ground ball is 55%, minimal home run damage. Cooper Criswell will start for Boston. Criswell appeared in 9 games in ERA 4.19, whip of 1.22. The righty striking out 22%. 5.5% walks. The ground ball is 46%, 1.16 home runs per 9 innings. Detroit's bullpen on the road has an ERA of 3.12 in their first 27 games. The past 7 games, the Red Sox are batting 217, putting up 2.7 runs per game. The Tigers in the better hitting form. They are 21-7 on the road when lined between even money and -150 the past 3 seasons. That's a plus 12.5 unit return. The Tigers 59-49 against losing teams the past 2 seasons. That's a plus 10.5 unit return. Boston 4-13 when lying at home between plus 125 and -125 this season. That's a -10 unit loss. Player will be Detroit, -108. Nationals and Guardians MLB pick. This one here on Saturday, Mitchell Parker is the starter for Washington. Parker has 8 starts in his rookie campaign, an ERA 3.45, whip of 1.11. Lefty strikes out 21%, 4.5% with the walks. The ground balls come in 47%, 1 home run per 9 innings. Ben Lively will start for Cleveland. Lively in 8 starts, an ERA 2.80, whip of 1.18. Right-hander fans 24%, 7.5% walks. The ground balls 30%, 1.4 home runs per 9 innings. Nationals batting .227 against right-handers. Their bullpen has an ERA of 3.53 in their first 32 road games. Cleveland batting .231 in their 19-day games. Their bullpen has an ERA of 2.34 in their 24 home games. Washington 29-13 to the under against the American League the past 3 seasons, and 9-1 to the under facing an AL starter with an ERA of 3.70 or lower. The play will be Washington, Cleveland under 8.5. Padres and Royals MLB pick for Saturday. Joe Musgrove to start for San Diego. Musgrove has 10 starts, an ERA 5.66, whip of 1.48. Right-hander strikes out 20%, 7% with the walks. The ground balls 41%, 1.82 home runs per 9 innings. Alec Marsh will start for Kansas City. Marsh in 9 starts, an ERA 3.24, whip of 1.06. The right-hander fanning 21%, 7% walks. His ground balls 36%. 0.9 home runs per 9 innings. Padres batting .193 against the American League, put up 2.5 runs a game. KC at home put up 5.5 runs per game, hitting .273. They've won 21 of the first 29 games there. San Diego 15-23 in the road day games the past 2 seasons with a -13 unit loss. Royals 14-7 at home when line between +125 and -125 this season. That's a +8 unit return. They're also 24-11 facing teams averaging 2.75 extra base hits or fewer this season. That's a +13.5 unit return. Play here will be Kansas City +102. White Sox and Brewers MLB pick for action on Saturday. Garrett Crochet will start for Chicago. Crochet in 12 starts, ERA 3.68, whip of .93. The lefty and elite K rate 34%, 5.5% walks. His ground balls sit 45%, 1.27 home runs per 9 innings. Robert Gasser starts for Milwaukee. Gasser in 4 starts, an ERA 1.96, whip of .96. The lefty fanning 14%, 1% walks. Ground balls 47%, no homers allowed. Chicago batting .187 against the National League, getting outscored by 3 runs per game. Milwaukee batting .277 in their 25-day games, putting up 5 runs per game. The White Sox are 8-18 to the run line on the road this season, a +13 unit loss. Play Milwaukee run line, laying the run at half, +145. Athletics and Braves MLB pick for action Saturday. Aaron Brooks to start for Oakland. Brooks has 3 starts, in ERA 3.63, whip of 1.56. A journeyman right-hander fans 11.5%, 6% walks. Ground balls 44%, 1.56 home runs per 9 innings. Chris Sale starts for Atlanta. Sale in 10 starts, in ERA 2.12, whip of .85. Lefty has a K rate here, elite, 31.5%, 3.5% walks. Ground balls 49%, 0.57 home runs per 9 innings. Atlanta in their past 7 games hitting .241. They've gone under in 18 of their 28 at home. They are 14-1 to the under against the American League. Atlanta 11-0 to the under of facing teams with an on-base percentage of .330 or lower this season. Oakland is batting .205 on the road, going under in 16 of their 28 games. Play Oakland and Atlanta under 8. Twins and Astros MLB pick. This one here on Saturday. Joe Ryan will start for Minnesota. Ryan in 11 starts, an ERA 2.96, whip of .94. The right-hander fans 28%, 3.5% walks. His ground balls come in 35%, .94 home runs per 9 innings. Framber Valdez, the starter for Houston. Valdez in 8 starts, an ERA 4.34, whip of 1.34. The lefty sees 19% strikeouts, 7.5% walks. His ground balls 67%, .94 home runs per 9 innings. Houston in their past 7 games batting .227. Minnesota is batting .264 against left-handed starters, winning 10 of their 16 games against them. The team record behind Valdez, 3-10 at home when line between even money and -150 the past 2 seasons. That's a -10.5 unit loss. The Astros are 7-18 when line between +125 and -125 this season. That's a -13 unit loss. Play Minnesota +107. Diamondbacks and the Mets, MLB pick. This one here on Saturday. Blake Walston will start for Arizona. Walston has 2 appearances, allowing 2 earned runs with 9 strikeouts, but 5 walks in 8 1/3 innings. A first-round pick in 2019 out of high school, who had an ERA of 4.54, whip of 1.68 in 35 2/3 innings in AAA this year. He struck out 35 batters with 20 walks at Reno. Sean Manaea, the starter for New York. Manaea has 10 starts in ERA 3.16, whip of 1.26. The lefty strikes out 22%, 10% walks, ground balls 33% with .53 home runs per 9 innings. Prior to yesterday's run fest, the Diamondbacks were hitting just 200 over the past 7 games, put up 2-point runs per game. New York has now won 9 of 10 against the Diamondbacks. Arizona 6-14 facing left-handed starters this season. Play here New York -121. Rangers and Marlins, MLB pick for action on Saturday. Michael Lorenzen starts for Texas. Lorenzen in 8 starts has an ERA of 3.35, whip of 1.18. The right-hander fanning 19%, 12.5% walks. The ground ball is 45%, .93 home runs per 9 innings. His FIP, 4.54, suggests a rise in ERA. Based on his numbers, Ryan Weathers to start for Miami. Weathers 11 starts in ERA 3.16, whip of 1.09. The lefty strikes out 20%. 7.5% walks. The ground ball is 51%, 1 home run per 9 innings. Rangers have put up nearly 5 runs per game in their first 29 road games. Miami in their past 7 games put up 2.7 runs per game. They're batting .201 in their first 12 interleague games, losing 8 of those games. Both bullpens are struggling. We'll take Texas here -119. Angels and Mariners, MLB pick Saturday. Reed Detmers will start for Los Angeles. Detmers in 11 starts in ERA 5.76, whip of 1.43. The lefty striking out 26%, 9% walks, ground balls 42%, 1.37 home runs per 9 innings. A FIP of 4.09 does suggest a drop in ERA should form hold. Bryce Miller will start for Seattle. Miller has 11 starts in ERA 3.48, whip of .99. The righty fanning 24%, 7% walks, ground balls 36%. 1.53 home runs per 9 innings. Mariners batting .203 in their 19-day games, going under in 12 of them. Los Angeles is batting .202 in their past 7 games. Their bullpen on the road has an ERA of 3.49. The Mariners bullpen at home an ERA of 2.66. They've gone under in 20 of their first 28 home games. Seattle 23-11 in their home day games the past 2 seasons. Play here will be Los Angeles and Seattle under 7.5. Reds and Cubs, MLB pick. This one here on Saturday. Hunter Green is the starter for Cincinnati. Green in 6 starts in ERA 4.45, whip of 1.05. The right-hander fans 23%, 5.5% walks. His ground ball is 42%, 1.67 home runs per 9 innings. Justin Steele will start for Chicago. Steele has 6 starts in ERA 4.45, whip of 1.05. The lefty striking out 23%. 5.5% walks. The ground ball is 42%, 1.67 home runs per 9 innings. The Reds are batting .209 against left-handed starters, losing 11 of 18 against them. The Cubs are putting up 4.6 runs per game in their night games. The team record behind Green 8-24 in their night games the past 2 seasons. That's a -16.5 unit loss. Play here will be Chicago +13. Cardinals and Phillies, MLB pick. This one here on Saturday. Sonny Gray is the starter for St. Louis. Gray in 9 starts in ERA 2.60, whip of 1. The veteran elite K rate 32%, 6% walks, ground balls 43%, 1 home run per 9 innings. Ranger Suarez will start for Philadelphia. Suarez has 11 starts, an ERA 1.75, WHIP of .82. Lefty fans 28%, 6% with the walks. The ground balls 54%, .63 home runs per 9 innings. St. Louis batting .220 facing left-handers this season. Philadelphia batting .263 against right-handed starters, putting up nearly 6 runs a game on them. Team record behind Suarez, 10-1 to the run line this season. Phillies 21-12 to the run line against right-handed starters this season with a plus 12 unit return. They're also 21-8 behind Suarez to the run line when facing teams. These teams lacking slugging here, averaging 2.75 extra base hits or fewer in his career with a plus 14 unit return. Play here will be Philadelphia run line minus 1.5 runs plus 150. Yankees and Giants MLB pick Saturday. Cody Poteet will start for New York. Poteet in his career opener allowed 1 earned run with 4 strikeouts in 6 innings at Cleveland. The righty has 20 lifetime appearances, an ERA of 4.18, WHIP of 1.25, and 64 2/3 innings of work, striking out 26. He spent 10 years in the minors and was a 4th-round pick in 2015 out of UCLA by Miami. Logan Webb to start for San Francisco. Webb has 12 starts, ERA 2.74, WHIP of 1.26. The right-hander fans 20%, 6.5% walks. The ground balls 57%, limited home run damage. New York bullpen on the road has an ERA of 2.53 in their 32 games. As this series began, the Yankees were 31-13 against right-handed starters, putting up 5 runs per game and returning plus 16 units. San Francisco is batting .222 in their first 6 games against the American League. The team record behind Webb 20-25 in his career with a minus 11 unit loss. Play here in New York plus 106. Rockies and Dodgers MLB pick for action on Saturday. Cal Quantrill will start for Colorado. Quantrill has 11 starts, an ERA 3.53, WHIP of 1.21. The righty striking out 19%, 9% with the walks. The ground balls 48%, 1.13 home runs per 9 innings. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is a starter for LA. Yamamoto 11 starts, ERA 3.51, WHIP of 1.10. The righty fanning 28%. 5.5% walks. His ground balls 46%, 0.92 home runs per 9 innings. LA batting .262 against right-handed starters, putting up 5.5 runs per game against them. The LA bullpen in the first 30 home games has an ERA near 4. The Rockies put up about 4 runs per game in their first 28 road games. Los Angeles 17-8 to the over when they're favored at home by minus 150 or higher. They are 31-16 to the over, facing a team with a bullpen ERA of 4.70 or higher the past 2 seasons. Play here will be Colorado and LA over 8 runs. All right, that was our MLB Pick Show here for action on Saturday. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free MLB picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports, making it a great time to subscribe. Hey, give us that like, that thumbs up. It really helps out our channel. We'll greatly appreciate it. Remember, our site, Tony'sPicks.com, is where our best plays are. Our premium picks are at Tony'sPicks.com. And, of course, that promo code TonyT at checkout, you'll save 20% off. Click the link in the description to get there. Next level service for those big bankroll bettors. If you bet $500 or more per game, this would be in your price range. It would be executive service. We give you picks immediately throughout the betting cycle, focusing on those soft markets, ensuring you get the best numbers, getting you the picks right away. And we also rate the plays. Call or text 323-607-0203 to get started. All right, we also have contributing cappers here with NHL pick for you as well. Ramon WNBA. We have, Brandon Check checking in with a 3-pack from MLB. We also have Ron Crawford 2-pack MLB. Of course, we also have Ramon coming in, as we said. So lots of picks today, guys, from our cappers. Tony T. We will talk to you later.